de las especies más peculiares del mundo latino es el Padreus protectorus, que vive colgado encima de sus hijos como un koala.
Vamos contigo por si le pasa algo a tu auto.
Mamá, voy a estar bien.
Pero este instinto sobreprotector se está extinguiendo porque State Farm está ahí las 24 horas si los necesitas. Así que los padres finalmente están soltando a sus hijos a la naturaleza.
¡Nos mandas fotos!
Como un buen vecino, State Farm está ahí. Llama para obtener una cotización hoy.
Do you dream of early retirement? Receiving passive income each month from your rental properties? Make that dream a reality by investing with a team that has helped thousands of investors achieve early retirement through real estate investing. Rent to Retirement offers fully turnkey properties that are newly built or renovated, leased, and professionally managed, allowing you to invest with confidence out of state. They have single-family, multifamily, new build, and syndication opportunities across multiple markets. Rent to Retirement assists investors in learning how to build a comprehensive business plan with the best investment and tax strategies to achieve financial freedom through real estate investing. There's no excuse not to get started in real estate investing when you have the right team and systems already in place. To learn more, visit renttoretirement.com/daily. That's renttoretirement.com/daily. Or call 800-311-6781. That's 800-311-6781 to learn more about how you can get started investing in some of the best cash flow markets today. This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 2273. Wealthy living and accountability is the key to financial success, both by Dahlby of dahlby.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. Hello again and welcome to Optimal Finance Daily. This is the show where I read to you from some of the best money and finance blogs on the web each day of the week, all for free, and then I offer my commentary at the end. Today we have 2 posts for you, so let's jump right in and start optimizing your life. Wealthy Living by Dahlby of dahlby.com. How can we be sure that our actions are intentional and focused on building the wealthy life we deserve? Building a wealthy life requires more than a simple focus of accumulating money. Our wealth and our worth are the 2 key pieces to creating and living a wealthy life, so we must intentionally work to grow both. And the best part is, they can be done simultaneously, and who doesn't want to save time? Unfortunately, for most of the population, wealth isn't going to just fall into our laps. We may find the occasional lucky penny on the ground, but it probably won't be enough to support our lives in retirement, right? Wealth is an aspect of our lives that requires maintenance and continual care to optimally perform, much like a car. Our self-worth performs similarly. By pouring in time and effort, we can make sure our confidence and inner strength is being nurtured and cared for to perform better in the long term. Creating a plan. Purposefully pursuing anything in life requires a plan and clear direction to make progress. Creating a plan can be as simple or as complex as we'd like, but it must involve some key elements. To pursue a wealthy life, one where we are creating security for today and tomorrow, personal development and a financial plan are non-negotiable key elements. They are needed to make continual progress towards our goals. Without them, we might as well plan to stay exactly where we're at. Those committed to personal growth have put in the time to learn about themselves, their values, and their worth. A personal development plan can be created by simply taking inventory of our strengths and weaknesses. Where are the areas that we thrive in, and where can we improve? Personal development is unique to each person. It doesn't have to be a specific book or podcast. It can be journaling, meditation, webinars, or online courses. Accountability. Share your why with someone close to you who will hold you accountable. If you're making a change to build your wealth and worth, there's likely a reason for doing so. Staying stuck won't seem so bad until the pain of remaining where we are outweighs the fear of change, and having someone to remind us why we started can make all the difference in our progress. Find an accountability partner who inspires you and is genuinely interested in your success. If they're only in it for the recognition, it's probably not the best fit. Track progress. True change towards something greater involves an internal transformation before we can experience an external one. Our mindset must change before our routines and habits can change. Tracking mindset change can certainly be a bit trickier than physical changes, but it's not impossible. We can know when the areas of our lives or the circumstances that used to cause fear or stress no longer do. To continue growing, we must track the progress we've already made, which helps to build momentum. This also gives us time to evaluate what's working and what's not. As we make note of our progress, we'll become more motivated to continue and build a stronger desire for living wealthy. So what do all of these steps look like amid our normal daily activities? Taking 5 to 10 minutes for meditation or brain dumping to create a calm mindset for the day. Regular exercise. Yes, it's hard, but part of our wealth is our health. And regularly managing our finances or meeting with a financial advisor to discuss short-term and long-term goals. Not all of these things need to be completed every day, but choosing one to focus on and building from there will help create sustainable habits and routine that start putting our wealth and worth first. As we begin to see small changes taking place, we'll be even more motivated to continue adding in new ways to nurture and build a wealthy life. Let's be intentional in building our wealth and worth today. Accountability is the key to financial success by Dahlby of Dahlby.com. Our time and money are such valuable resources. So why then do we allow things that don't align with our purpose and our core values take both? One of the easiest ways to protect our time and our money is to have some form of accountability. Having a third-party person or group who's supportive yet honest enough to provide feedback when necessary can help us to live wealthy, which is finding a balance between living well today and creating security for tomorrow. Finding someone who's always encouraging and won't point out our flaws is simple, but the key to true accountability is finding those who aren't afraid to help us course correct and are willing to check in when we are and when we aren't meeting our goals. Traits of a successful accountability group or partner: willingness to listen to goals and provide feedback, available to set up regular check-ins, and has a desire to help you achieve what you truly want in life. Knowing we have specific times set aside to review and evaluate our progress can drive us towards achieving our milestones quicker. Without a solid plan in place, it's all too easy to procrastinate and push off the seemingly menial tasks that actually help us achieve more. True accountability doesn't have to be complex or complicated. It can be as simple as sending a text or jumping on a quick call to check in on plans and goals. This can create trust and reinforce our motivation to continue making progress. And putting checks and balances in place to hold ourselves accountable can also help boost our confidence. Number 1, set small weekly goals and record progress achieved along the way. Celebrate those wins. And number 2, establish a routine that encourages the prioritizing of our goals. Habits can build momentum. Goals. How we set our goals and track our progress can significantly impact how quickly and efficiently we reach our goals. Setting small goals that will help us achieve larger ones is a way to ensure we avoid a feeling of defeat. When we break our actions down into digestible pieces, it's less overwhelming and easier to see the steps required to achieve our dreams. Routines. We thrive on routines, and they can be simple to establish if we don't overthink them. Creating daily routines that integrate our current habits with the new habits we desire can also keep us on track as we move towards larger goals. Much like the principle of compounding, if we brush our teeth at the same time and place each day, and we add a sticky note to our mirror with daily affirmations, we can start to form a new routine. Now, every morning when we brush our teeth, we say our affirmations. We can use those routines and habits for just about anything, but as it relates to our wealth journey, we want to remain hyper-focused on where our time and money are being spent, how they're being spent, and why they're being spent the way they are. If the answers to these questions don't relate back to our core values or our strengths, we may need to reevaluate. part of our wealth journey is prioritizing the things that are most important to us in order to free up more of our resources. And our accountability partner should be able to help us recognize the areas holding us back that we may not be recognizing. Continuing to adjust and course correct when necessary is part of the process of pursuing our goals and can ultimately provide us the tools required to put our core values ahead of the distractions that life throws at us. Creating a rhythm and habit of keeping ourselves accountable and allowing others to hold us accountable can truly allow us to thrive and create the life we desire. You just listened to the post titled, "Wealthy Living and Accountability is the Key to Financial Success," both by Dahlby of DawnDahlby.com.
Smoothie King asks, what's that sound? That's the sound of hearts popping out of your eyes when you see Smoothie King's all-new smoothie bowls. These Power Pack beauties are just waiting to be spooned. Our smoothie bowls start with acai or pitaya and are handcrafted with fresh toppings like sliced bananas, sweet berries, ripe mangoes, crunchy Purely Elizabeth granola, and a savory peanut butter drizzle. That's the sound of a smoothie bowl being made fresh, just for you. The new Smoothie Bowls menu, only at Smoothie King.
Trying to grab all the groceries in one trip? Oof, not how you would have done that. You know sometimes less is more. Like when you drive less and save with the USAA annual mileage discount. USAA. Get a quote today.
I like how these two articles relate because I've always found that accountability when working towards a goal is critical. By nature, humans are communal, and I've seen firsthand how much I need my support system to hold me accountable while I'm pursuing a lofty goal. Back in 2021, when I was producing my second economy conference, I fell into a rut. I was struggling to keep up with the hundreds of details I was managing while producing this large-scale event. My best friend Erin offered to be a sounding board and an accountability partner, and it made a huge difference. I started with a big brain dump on a spreadsheet. There were hundreds of lines of tasks to do and decisions to be made. It took me 4 hours to write it all out and organize it into categories. Then it took me 2 hours to present it to Erin. That one exercise not only created a starting point for us to track weekly progress, it also allowed me to verbally process and simplify a very complex project. We proceeded to meet weekly to touch base on progress, celebrate the wins on what I was getting done, acknowledge what wasn't working well, and reprioritize. Accountability can look different depending on the goal, but I think having a way to monitor and track progress is critical. Numbers that are watched improve. Just the fact that you're tracking a metric makes it more likely to trend in the right direction. That'll do it for this episode. Have a happy rest of your day, and I'll be back with you again tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.